Hey everybody, Chevy Nobody Else's Auto. Gonna check out some more new inventory tonight. A pair of 1988 GMC pickups. Now, 88 doesn't seem like it's that old. However, in the state of Kansas, 35 years is an official antique vehicle. These things are 33 years old. I know it's kind of crazy to think about, but that's where we're at. This stuff from the 80s is getting to be antiques. Now, these pickups here, a match set of regular cab, two-wheel drive, long bed, kind of basic pickups. However, when this pickup came out in 88, it kind of revolutionized the pickup world. You know, it replaced the square body. They put some styling, some lines. They changed a lot of stuff up. They tried to make them more eye-appealing, more user-friendly, more comfortable, things like that. This was kind of the beginning of what we see today of sunroofs and leather interior and navigation and all the super fancy stuff in pickups. This is when they first started to try to do some of that stuff with pickups to make them more user-friendly instead of strictly a utilitarian vehicle. So that's what's kind of unique about this body style. These are both 1988s, the first year of this body style. What also makes those unique is if we look at the front of these trucks, these were the ones that had the small glass headlights. Two on each side, so they had 4 headlights. They only used this nose for the first couple of years of this production run. So these are kind of unique pickups. You don't see them very often. And they're getting tough to find. You know, kind of like the square bodies, things like that. You know, this is the next shift, this is the next generation. And there's just not as many of them left out there, especially these really early ones, this first year or two of production with the 4 small glass headlights. So these pickups here, like I said, basic two-wheel drive, regular cab, long bed pickups. They're both old farm pickups. They came off that big load of 25 or 26 vehicles that I just bought, both out of the same farm, both parked beside each other in the pasture. And when I bought them, I kind of thought about it. It's like, well, you know, are these really old vehicles? Well, actually, yeah, they are. And they're getting harder to find. And what made me definitely want to bring these in is I think back to 10 years ago when I passed on all the square bodies that I passed up on because, it's just an old farm truck, it's kind of rough around the edges. And I didn't bring them in. And now I wish I'd have brought every one of them in. So I'm trying to think a little bit ahead for these pickups here of what their future may or may not be. You never know. But like I said, they're here, they're in the row. So we're not going to smash them. We're going to keep them around in case some people do need some of these pieces for these 4 square headlight trucks. So let's take a quick look at them. Obviously this one's missing a few pieces out of the nose. Does still have the grille with these distinct 4 headlights of this first couple years of production. And like I said, they're old farm trucks. They're banged up, they're beat up. Obviously this door's been replaced. The motor's been pulled out of this pickup, was probably swapped into another pickup. Shoot, it may have ended up in this pickup, who knows. Back then they made do with what they had and they made it work. Inside, kind of the same thing. Some of the parts from when they pulled the engine are still laying inside the truck, but just a basic old pickup. It was nothing fancy. And you know, these had a really unique dash in them. And this first few years of this body style, there's a lot of unique stuff about them. So definitely wanted to go ahead and save them, bring them in, put them in the row, because I don't think this stuff's always going to be real easy to find. You know, the bed's got dents in it, it's got a little rust in it. Just kind of typical of an old farm pickup. So, like I said, definitely not a cherry pickup, but we got to save these things while we can because once they're all flat, they're not good for much of anything. Now, the white one here, there again, we see the 4 headlights in the front of this one. This unique early generation of this body style. And this old pickup, same thing. Been sitting for a long time. It's got dings and dents in it. It was used hard. A couple dents in the bed. Not much rust in this pickup though. A little bit in the cab corners. But not too bad at all. Work array around the back. We can see the blue pickup does not have a tailgate on it. The white pickup does still have a tailgate with the iconic GMC letters across the back of it. Big heavy duty step bumpers on both of these pickups because they were workhorses. That's what they were for. That's what they were used for. We'll come around this side of the white pickup, and once again, not much rust in this one at all. Just some dings and dents. Had a toolbox on it. We can see a few holes from that. Inside, just an old pickup. Tan interior, crank windows, nothing fancy at all. It was a utilitarian vehicle bought to do a job, and that's what it was here for, and that's what it was used for. So like I said, kind of crazy to think about in today's world that these 1988 model GMCs are just about antiques, legal antiques in the state of Kansas. Depending on what your state is, that may vary a little bit. But since these are this early 4 glass headlight, unique design, You don't see a lot of them. And like I said, once they're flat, they're gone. And that's where these trucks were headed. So that's why I wanted to bring them in, put them in the row. We've got them here. And as people start needing pieces for these trucks, as people start doing something with them, we're gonna have them here for parts. So something a little bit newer than what we typically have, but actually still technically pretty old. So hope you guys like checking them out. As always, if you're on Facebook, please share this video with your friends, invite them to come over, give the page a like, hang it so they can start hanging out with us. If you're on YouTube, you like old cars and trucks, be sure to check out my other videos. Everything we do on here, old cars, old trucks, memorabilia, all kinds of cool stuff. So be sure to check out my other videos. Please subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with what's going on. Now, if you got questions about these pickups or any of the other 1,500 cars and trucks we've got on the ground right now, the only way to get a hold of me is give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number is on the page in the text part, so we can have a discussion about your project, year, make, model, body style, direction you're going with your build, or what you want for your project. I need all that information before I go out and start looking to see if I've got something that may help you out. So as always, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the GMCs tonight. Stay tuned, more cool stuff coming up, and always new inventory coming in. So be sure to check out the other videos, and we'll see you soon on the next new one. Thanks for watching, everybody.